So I had some other videos before I got to where I am now about finding the leak on this dishwasher. I was using my GoPro, and apparently the SD card, something happened to it. I don't know. Anyway, I lost the video. Should have just used my iPhone. So just gonna kind of catch you up where we're at. Had a leak in the dishwasher, water all over the floor. Found that the water was not under the cabinet. It came up from under the dishwasher, and it was while it was draining. So that told me that it had something to do with the drain system, the sump. So the first thing you do is you pop your little kickboard off, whatever they call it. It's just 2 screws. It sits right under the front of the dishwasher. And then if you open the dishwasher up, this particular model just had these 2 little latches here that had screws in them, just securing it into the cabinet. Pop those out, and I was able to pull it out just a little bit. And you don't have a lot of room, but you can kind of start looking under there. This drip tray was also there, so there's very little room. So really all I was doing was just kind of looking. The drip tray was full of water, and just trying to see if I could figure out where it was coming from. Couldn't really see very well. Then I got on this side, and let me grab my light real quick. And I could tell that there was for sure some water coming out of that piece right there, which is part of the sump. That is the sump. I could tell that there's some water. You can kind of see it shining. There's some water stain right there. There's still a little bit of water in the machine. So what I did, I couldn't really get my hands under there to figure out where exactly it was leaking from. So I disconnected the electricity. Obviously you flip your breaker first. And then I also took the water hose off, which connects right there. So I could pull it out a little bit. The drain hose has some length to it, so I didn't have to disconnect that or anything. All I had to do was pull it out just a little bit, and then I could turn it and lay it on its back and get up underneath it. So that's where I'm at now. I'm waiting on the part to come in. When it does come in, I'll have it flip back over. Kind of show you exactly how to put it in. This is the part that has failed. This is the check valve. Basically, it sits right up underneath the dishwasher. This piece goes into the dishwasher, and that's where your washer arm connects to. As you can see, it's dry rotted. After, this thing's 7 years old, so after about 7 years of very, very hot water coming in and out of it, it finally gave way, and that was the leak right there. There's no way to change that piece out as it's glued to there, so it's just time to replace it. It's about $70. So as soon as that part comes in, I'll flip this thing over and I'll show you how it goes in. All right, got the new part in. This is the old part. You can see where it dry rotted. Rubber just kind of flimsy. The new part, which was the new part number completely, looks like they've enhanced it a little bit. Much sturdier. Hopefully will last much longer. This one will last 7 years, so at least another 7, hopefully longer. So I'll flip this thing over and show you how it goes. All right, I've got the dishwasher laid on its back here. Drip tray removed, everything's disconnected. The breaker is switched off, so this is not live. Everything's connected except, I'm disconnected except the drain hose here because I have plenty of room to work with. New piece will sit in here just like that. See inside, that goes straight into the dishwasher. Also came with some new clamps. The previous clamps were those PEX clamps. They're very difficult to get on and off, so I like these hose clamps a lot better. Very easy. This is the sump pump. It's also going to need a new clamp. And then just go back on right here. Turn it a little bit. That's where we're connecting it to. So both of those will have clamps. So that'll sit on there. But first, I'm gonna put that on and get it connected. And then we'll connect that up. That's all it is. Went ahead and tighten those screws on. Make sure it's good and tight. You don't want to over tighten it and break anything, but it does need to seal or it will leak. Make sure you've got your clamp on there before you stick the next piece on. So now, I'm just going to, see, I'm already almost forgetting that. I need my other PEX clamp. I'm sorry, not PEX clamp, hose clamp. Slip it on there. And then I might have to have two hands. Oh, no, there we go. It's just gonna sit in there just like that. So now I'm going to ratchet these clamps down and we should be good to go. I think the easiest thing to do is to put this on first, get it tightened down and then put it on there. As you can see, it actually damaged it a little bit. As I was tightening it down, I think it'll still be okay. I'm gonna try it out anyway. So yeah, just make sure you put that piece on there first, tighten it down, then attach it into the hole. I think it'll go on a lot easier. That's definitely the way to do it, is in here and secure now. I did put a tiny little hole right here where that clamp sits. I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. I did put some high heat caulk that I had just to kind of seal it a little bit. And well, I just don't feel like waiting on another part. But if it does slightly leak, at least I know where it's at. So don't make the same mistake I did and just attach this piece to the sump before you put it on there. Save yourself a headache. All right, now we'll flip it back up. Well, actually, no, I gotta put the drip tray on. Let's see. How it goes down. Just like that. So these little knobs right here, they're going to sit right on the other side of that. That goes behind there. And when they pop out on the other side, then they're secure. You can't do it with one hand, so let me do that real. Just slides in and then kind of latches right here. And you push that tab and then slide it up to get it back off. So now I'm going to get the insulation back on top, slide it back in, secure the water and the wires, and we should be good to go. Then the hardest part, getting it back in, is a very tight fit. Getting all that insulation back where it goes. End up just using a butter knife to kind of stick it all back in there. Now I'm just going to hook it back up and just connect colors. Black to black, white to white, and then green goes to the bare copper. Use these wire nuts that was already there. Take it all back up. All right, after you've got everything connected, put your kick plate back on. Just slits under there like that. Two little screws right in those holes. And that's it. Then run you a cycle to test it. I'm gonna leave the kick plate off for now because I want to watch it as the cycle goes and make sure that nothing drips. As you can see, my drip tray fell off. I'm currently trying to get that back on too. But that is the gist of it. So on a cycle, we'll see if it fixes the problem. It should, unless the little hole I created causes an issue, but I think we'll be all right. That's all there is to it. Save you a lot of money doing it yourself.